Nah, I gotta laugh, son. I have to laugh to come on this camera. I have to. I pray to God. I pray to God. Like you ever came in contact with people that are so malicious, so disgusting. They are so terrible that you need to stop and you need to pray for them. I pray that God spares these people, because when I tell you, disgusting humans. Jasmine, calm down. You know what? I'm grieving right now. So I really try to refrain from any situation. I literally have not dealt with nothing and no one. Basically, people been doing whatever they want to do to me because I've just stepped back away from everything. But let me tell you. Let me tell you something. And I hope these disgusting people are watching this, because when I get my daughter back, I will never utter a word. But let me just explain it from my point of view, okay? These are people, this horrible man who my dumb ass chose to have not one, but 2 kids by. So I was dumb twice, bitch. So I have 2 kids by this man. My daughter is 12. My other daughter is 10, okay? I don't care about anything. You know why I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell every bit and piece of it? Because I tried to keep it cute. I tried to say, you know what? It's a court matter. The judge cares. The police cares. Somebody has to fucking care. The wife has to care. She's a mother. How can she not care? No one cares. So now Jasmine is going to let y'all know exactly what's happening. This is a man who I have 2 children by, right? Don't ask me, okay? I'll take accountability for that part. Dumb. Makayla, she's lived with me her whole life. He's never been proactive in these kids' life. He's never been a father to these children, right? So Makayla started to act out. And she would act out in a behavioral way. Like, you know what? She's not like fucking having sex and selling drugs and all. No, she's a kid. She's going through teenage stuff, so she started to act out. I never dealt with teenagers, so I became very overwhelmed. So I reached out, you know, to her father half for help. I would reach out to the aunt. I would reach out to the dad, just to, you know, can anybody intervene to try to tell her, make healthier friendships, make better choices, not to lie, not to just, you know, just to be a proactive kid. That's what the therapist told me. You should reach out because maybe she needs her dad involved. And that's one of the excuses she used to say. So, you know, I was that girl, did that. I allowed these people, I'm going to say I allowed, because what did I do about it? Me being an adult and taking accountability. One day, these people decides to be so Billy Badass and they popped up to my house. Yes, popped up to my home address. Never invited them. Never told them they can come. Girl, they called me and said, I'm in your backyard. That's exactly what happened. Didn't ask me could they come on my property. Didn't ask me could they step foot. They just called and said, I'm here. Me being cool, calm, and complacent. They said, we're going to keep Makayla for the summer. Is that okay with you? We just want to show her a better side of living. I think her coming to North Carolina would you know, help her out. Because, you know, you're just a mom with 4 kids living in a 2-bedroom apartment in New York City. It's a horrible life here. So they said, well, you know what? If you think you can do better, do it. You can keep her for the summer. Summer comes, summer goes. Where's my kid? Well, Makayla says she wants to stay here. She doesn't want to come back home to you. Really? Oh, really? I said, no, I don't approve of it. What they do? Well, she's going to stay anyway because we feel it's what's best for her. What they do? They brainwash her. She don't know these people. These people never been involved in her life for her to know them. This is a new life to a child. Oh, my God, Mommy, no, I don't want to come back home to you. I want to stay with them. Remind you, this is such a better life. The way this child talks, I'm like, who the fuck is she? She's so grown. They allowing her to do whatever she want to do. I would want to stay too. So, what Jasmine does, cool. You think they could give you a better life than me? Go ahead, bucko. Because sometimes in life, as harsh as it is, we got to let these kids, especially when they're at the age of accountability, to make their own choices. So you want to be grown and you want to let these people, go ahead. If you feel like they could do a better job than me, go ahead. It's been living hell since she got there. The girl has been on social media wilding. The way she talk is different. The way she act is different. The way she walk. My daughter is a stick figure. So, oh no, we putting it all out there. Because now, I'm fed up. So when I seen things were changing about Makayla came to me on 1,000 occasions crying to come back home, right? So one day her father goes, I don't want to take her. I don't want her. She's too bad. You can have her. Say less, baby. This all I wanted is my kid. I booked the ticket. Kyesha goes to get her. What happens? He said, you're not getting nothing. You ain't getting her. What Makayla tells the police? I want to stay here. So now it's a mind fuck game they're doing. They're using me. They're controlling me. They're telling me when to start, when to go, when to start, when to go. Toxic shit from toxic people because this is who they are. Okay, copy, cool, got it. So now, right? I say, cool. I'm going to do this the right way. I'm going to go to North Carolina. I'm going to serve a petition. And I am going to get my child back. Marshals go to the address to serve him. Guess what? He's not at that address. He took her and he moved. Yeah. So now I'm going to go to the school. Now, this is me keeping all this off social media because I thought I was doing it the right way. Right? Do it the right way, Jasmine. Keep it off social media, Jasmine. Don't let nobody know your next move, Jasmine. Do this, do that, Jasmine. So Jasmine thought she was doing the right shit. You could legally take your child. Go up to her school and take her. It's not kidnapping. That's your child. Guess what? Police called on Jasmine because Jasmine isn't on the blue card. And only I have birth certificate, social, address, proof of address. This is my child. You know what they said? It's also his. Go to court. Can't let you take her. He enrolled her in school. Him and his wife is the emergency contacts. Not you. You're not on the card. Can't do nothing about it. I had to get escorted off the premises. Okay, copy, cool. I come to New York, try to file papers. Gotta go back to North Carolina, you gotta file it. Who am I giving it to? I have no address. Call the police, because now I'm getting messages like this. She's cutting herself. She's not eating. She's in harm's way. So now it's become a child endangerment thing. What the fuck are you gonna do, system? Since the courts won't do anything because the man refused to give me his address and there's no one that can make me give him his address, police officers, she's in danger. What are you gonna do about it? You know what they did? Called them on the phone. They said, I spoke to her, she's good. Officer, how do you know it was really her? It sounded like a child. Officer, why are you not doing a wellness check in person? Well, we can't really force him to give his address up. So she could be in there dead. And you guys wouldn't know if it was really, because you spoke to someone on the phone, so that's really her. Copy, cool. So now, I'm at my wit's end. I call the sister, because you know how families go. I call the wife. The father has me blocked. Can't call him. So, I'm in an uproar. Of course. Let you be in the middle of the night and your daughter send you a message so much she's cutting her wrist. How would you feel? What the fuck is going on with my kid was my exact word. So when they tell their side of the story, or if anybody ever want to repeat it and say Jasmine was very hostile, I sure was. I was on 20 when I called. What the fuck is going on with my daughter? Why? Get her home to me. You know what these people say? You need to calm down. You need to calm. How dare you, you disgusting human? If it was your child and somebody was putting you through all this with your child, how would you feel? And for this sister, who I once had I don't even want to say a relationship with, we got like baptized in the same church. She my sister through Christ. You know, all that good stuff. You know how people in the church go. The ones that forgot they knew sin. So now that they don't know any sin and they was never of the world and they so godly that they forgot what the world is. You know them. You know them church folks. Please. Now, gonna try to talk to me as if it's a me thing. Oh, Makayla's doing so great out here. Makayla is always smart academically. She's always been academically amazing. Makayla doesn't want to come back home. Why the fuck would she? What type of structure do she have out there? What rules and regulations? You know why Makayla couldn't do what she wanted to do here? First of all, I live in a 2-bedroom walk-in closet. I ain't got no choice but to be on your ass. It's so small, I gotta be. So you're not gonna do what you wanna do when you wanna do how you wanna do it, because I'm gonna see you and I'm gonna stop you. Makayla doesn't like structure. She doesn't like rules. Y'all let her run amok. So I would wanna be there too. That's why she wants to be there. If she wanted to be there so bad, why am I getting messages from her all the time? Pictures of her crying. She just lost her grandmother. Did y'all acknowledge that was the closest thing to her? Are y'all getting her any type of mental support? But no, some people come from families where everything is kept on the inside. You know how they could come from alcoholic, drug abusers, sex addiction, all this type of crazy shit. But if they put up this facade on the outside, like, we're so perfect, we're so happy, we're so godly, we're such a good family, all we do is pray. No, deal with them inner demons. Go to counseling. Get some help. Talk to a therapist. Talk to somebody outside of this household. Them people who keep themselves like that, like, oh my God, no, nothing is going on here. We're so perfect. We're good. They're the worst people to ever encounter in your life. Do you hear me? They will come in front of you and you would think they're okay. They're sane. They got it all together, and they will rip your fucking life upside down with all of their trauma they have. We have an open household policy here. Bitch, I don't see, if you see a stranger on the streets and you feel I'm harming you, go tell that stranger on the streets. You better go get help. If something is going on in this household and you're uncomfortable with, you better call Child Protective Services. Matter of fact, I'll give you the number. Get help by all means necessary. The fact that these people came and made the executive decision that they will strip the child that I've raised by my good and goddamn self, by myself, for 12 years. They came in and said, we're taking her and there's nothing you can do about it. Let me tell you something. I've watched this happen to so many people in my life. When a child turns 16, 17, they pregnant, they hooked on drugs, and what they do, they kick them right out the house. They kick them out. Send them back to their mother, because as a mother, I can't never turn away from her. I can't never say I don't want this child. I can never say I'm done, come pick her up. I can never say I'm fed up, because I'm her mother. I don't have no choice but to do it. But you as a half-ass, deadbeat-ass dad think you could step in after 12 years and just feel, I'm going to play with her a little bit. And if it don't turns out right, I'm going to ship her back to her mom. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? So many questions, right? So meanwhile, let me tell you how disgusting these people are. All this effort, all this time, them fighting to keep my baby away from me, them brainwashing this child. No one never asks about Faith. They don't call her. They don't text her. They don't acknowledge their existence. So not only would I be allowing them to physically destroy one of my children, they're over here mentally damaging the other one. Because now I got to explain to her, why do me and my sister have the same family, but they don't even say hello to me? Disgusted. When you allow people in your life that are so full of trauma and hurt, and they putting on this facade on the outside like they're these people that they're not. Do you know that this shit is so disgusting it'll pass down to you, your family, your house? Let me tell you something. These people are so full of secrets and so full of lies that they don't even know I know the real shit. Makayla can't help but to tell everything. Bitch, she used to tell all my business. You think she ain't telling y'all's? You think she ain't telling me how that wife is so unhappy and really can't stand that Makayla's there because Makayla caused so much drama in their life? But her dad is saying, that's my daughter. What you want me to do? Meanwhile, the wife goes to work. The nigga goes to work. That child is there doing whatever she wants to do. Because what adult supervision does she have? I'm so disgusted that my kids bear their last name. That's how disgusted I am with these people. Because my kids have to associate themselves with this trauma throughout their whole life. I'm starting to think this shit is hereditary. You better do background work on the people you have children by. And I don't mean let's go to the clinic before we have sex. What type of mental conditions does your mother have? Did your grandmother have any mental disorders? Do your family suffer from anxiety, depression? Bitch, you better get deep into their mental state because it's hereditary. I am convinced, motherfucker, that if your daddy cuckoo, your mama got a tab of cuckoo, you one crazy ass baby. So you better do your research. I am so ashamed that my children are associated with them. When my baby returns home, because I done heard 80 different stories. Bitch, I can't even come to y'all and tell y'all the truth. No parental figure has called me. No adult has reached out to me and said, oh, Makayla will be returning home. I called the school this morning to do a wellness check. I just called them back to hear an update. The social worker said, oh yeah, they said that she was returning to New York today. Did you physically speak to her to even make sure she was alive still? Are y'all dumb? Oh, yeah, she's okay. But they said they was returning her back to New York. Nobody told me that. It sucks for my children. It sucks for them. Because going forward, I'm so happy that Makayla had to learn a lesson of their own, because I used to feel really shitty. I used to feel like, son, I can't force him to be a dad. I can't force them to love on these kids. What can I do to make sure they have that aspect of their life? Do I tolerate their narcissistic, overwhelming behavior? What do I do as a human? And I'm kind of complete. I let Makayla make her own choice. And I let her stay with these people. And it has brought her down so low. So when she returns home, I can't feel guilty saying I didn't try. You can't say you don't know. You can't say you haven't experienced it. You can't, there's nothing, no type of nothing, void. There's no void I feel right now. But what I won't do, I really have to work on faith, because you're shitting me. What you think? I'm going to keep throwing my kids there? Oh, hell, she learned her lesson. Your turn. No. Nah. They probably don't want her anyway. They don't even acknowledge the child. I wouldn't let my baby go there if it, girl, shut your ass. Bitch. Girl, I wouldn't let my child go with them if it was the last day on earth. Girl, you better stop. People are people. They're people, and they can't help themselves. And I'm not expecting nobody to take accountability. But I hope this video reached somebody in your family. You could paint Jasmine to be whatever you want her to be. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm never coming to nobody like, my brother and this and that. Listen, I'm going to come to you as a woman. I'm going to understand you as a mother. I'm going to understand you in places where I know understanding needs to. Put yourself in my shoes. Right here, right now. Become Jasmine. Let somebody take your child right now. You don't even have an address to them. You don't know how they're doing. They take the phone so you barely speak to your child. Every message you get from your child is a sad ass message. Then they play with you and tell you, come get this kid. I don't want this kid. You can't have this kid. How would you feel as a mother? Fuck you being his sister or his wife or his mother. How would you feel as that being your child? So when Jasmine conducts herself this way, I'm irrational and I'm hostile. And I need to calm down. Stop doing that. People will gaslight you. They will nitpick at you. They will treat you so nasty. And when you finally react, you're hostile. You need to calm down. You're angry. Bitch, you just gaslighted me. And now that I responded, it's me. Seek help. I tell you this. Girl, for the safety of me and my children, because I don't trust these people. I don't know what they can do to me. I have other children in here. When my baby returns, I'm going to get the quickest order protection I've ever got in my life. And I never want to hear from these people again. Thank you for letting me vent. Let me go smoke an imaginary cigarette, bitch.